Hello, this is Brian again. I've made it back to the dirt road. Here I am right now. I'm a nice little bit of the way back already, but I still got a little ways to go. But what I ended up doing was following that gully, and then just before the gully reached the rim, I branched off to the right for maybe about 50 yards and found the dirt road. Found the power lines that I saw. So just got back on the dirt road that way, and here I am. Just enjoying a peaceful saunter in the woods, listening to the water run down the little ravine. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the camera, but it's coming down pretty nicely down there. It's a nice little brook. It's down there in the bottom of the gully. Some nice scenery here. That's a beautiful Jeffrey pines, some occasional sugar pines. Whole group of sugar pines over there, like 4 or 5 of them. But I've kind of put this in the failure category because I didn't make it to the intended peak, or as far as I know, that first rocky one, I would say 85% likely was not it. Obviously I'll do the research when I get home on Google Earth and then confirm it, but I'm pretty sure that was not green benchmark. But I don't feel all sore or miserable about it. Made it to 2 other summits along the ridge, probably much further off to the east. Look at this. One cool thing about 2N19, you get to hear the sound of water trickling down. You get little mini waterfalls here. Probably from the snowmelt on the other side, and there's probably a spring here. Look at that. It's making me thirsty, actually. Like I said earlier, I only have 2 more water bottles left, and I don't have a purifier. Anyways, if I don't have to, I don't want to take water from the mountains. I mean, if it's a survival thing, yeah. If I gotta do it, I gotta do it. But so I try to bring my own water, so I don't have to take water from other animals. I mean, granted, what I take will probably be a minuscule amount, but that minuscule amount is less water that's still in the ecosystem out here. It's probably feeding a pretty decent creek down in the canyon. I don't know the name of the canyon here, but it's kind of neat to see. Oh, I think even water been here long enough. Obviously, this must be a spring, because there's nothing coming from up there. It's probably coming from somewhere in here inside the rock. Probably by movement of the earth inside, maybe tectonic activity. Kind of makes it where it absorbed groundwater comes to the surface. I believe tectonic activity is what brings that about. And you got a shot out towards the Santa Ana Mountains. Santiago Majestica Peak over there. I can see Trabuco and a couple of the other places. I can see Sierra Peak overlooking the 91 freeway. Well, look at the scenery here. This alone is worth it. I may be somewhat of a dedicated peak hiker in that my hikes consist of going to peaks. At least 99% of them have a goal of hitting a peak. And I did hit a couple peaks, not the gold peak, pretty sure, but even without climbing a peak, just coming out here, being with the pines, the firs, and yes, there are some incense cedars here. Not a lot of incense cedar around here though. But there are pockets of it scattered about. But it's pretty nice out here. One thing, well, it's a lot of blowdowns. A lot of blowdowns. You see, this Jeffrey pine got snapped off. It doesn't look like it has anything else that can make a new leader. As you can see, that snapped off. This black oak came tumbling down. There are a lot of these along the way. Less of them further up, but there are quite a few of these. There's even one where I have to bushwhack through some willows to avoid stepping in a big old puddle of water. In fact, it's right here. It's right here. This is actually the most intense part of the walk along the road. I mean, when I went through the cross-country route to get up to the little summits there, I had to go through some pretty gnarly ceanothus. What I ended up doing here, well, maybe I could, I don't know. Let's see. I kind of went around behind these little Jeffrey pines and then bushwhacked through the willow right there. Well, I think I'm going to try to avoid that this time. See if I can get my balance. There we go. Alright. Mission accomplished. A lot of water. A lot of water kind of poking through 2N19. Since it's closed, there's no vehicle traffic up here. I haven't even seen any other hikers. I'm okay with that, because I don't mind having the trail to myself. And you see over towards Keller Peak right there, 7,882 feet. There's a lookout tower up there that's still in use. It's still very active. Slide Peak is the peak that's off over there behind the jumble of branches. And Keller Peak is 7,882 feet, and Slide Peak 7,841. I did a really short hike up to Keller Peak, along Keller Peak Road. It's along asphalt. There's only maybe about 300 feet elevation gain, about 1 mile round trip. But we had to, yeah, there's Slide Peak right there. You can see the snow cap right there. So that's Slide and that's Keller. Taking Keller Peak Road up. I don't feel like I really earned it. I mean, I made it. I walked the last half mile to it, but maybe this year what I'd like to do is try both Slide and Keller at the same time on the same hike. But yeah, today was more of a peaceful saunter in the woods, except for that cross-country part where I had to go up and down some slopes and ravines. But back on the dirt road, this is just nearly level walking. Some slight uphill, some slight downhill. More downhill towards the end, as I'm going to be losing elevation. I'm probably close to 7,000 feet. I don't know the exact altitude here. Anywhere from 6,900 to 7,100 feet probably, I would estimate. But it's really nice here. It's very peaceful. And I know a lot of people don't like to hike along roads because it quote-unquote takes from the wilderness experience. I can see where people believe in that, especially ones where you got 4x4s trudging along and you have to step off to the side every couple minutes. But this is closed. It's closed, and it's a very tough road to drive, it looks like. So it washes out a few times, but it's very nice. I'm enjoying it. Again, my standards are not as high as some people's standards are, and it's not to, you know, not to knock anybody who has high standards, but if it's the way I can get to a peak, I'll gladly take it. If it lowers the amount of cross country I have to do, I'll take it. But I do like to go cross country sometimes. I do like it. Here's one of those better water crossings here. In fact, look at this. Beautiful. Now this is a nice little brook crossing here, as we get waterfalls tumbling off of this granite right here. Oh, this is awesome. I like this. I saw this on the way up, but I didn't film it for some stupid reason. Listen to that. Oh, beautiful. You know, I gotta say, there is something to be said about hiking along dirt roads, because dirt roads often go around gullies, notches, and saddles. And snowmelt and spring water travel down those gullies and notches and cross its way along the road. Oh, when I did Mount Wilson, the Mount Wilson Trail back in February, I had a lot of water crossings. There were a lot of brooks crossing the way. A lot of them that had waterfalls like this. They were really neat. Really neat. And it also didn't hurt that it was drizzling and light showers that whole time, basically the whole time I was hiking it. But it's awesome. It was, I mean, you get waterfalls like that, but they were a lot heavier because it had been raining previously, and it was raining at the time, so it was a lot stronger than that. But it's cool. Sometimes these dirt roads, you get these little cool little water crossings. They just beg you just to stop a while and just enjoy it. So on dirt roads and trails, you can get some pretty neat little waterfalls during the right time of year. Well, I'm gonna make this my last video for this adventure. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope it inspires you to get out and come to the mountains. It sure is great out here. So thanks for watching. It's been a beautiful Saturday, April the 13th, 2019. Next week, I don't know what's going to happen because it's going to be Easter weekend, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to go down. I might work it, and then might have to wait till the following week, the 27th and 28th. But regardless, either whether it's next week or the following week or both weeks, I sure will be back out in some other interesting mountain range. Today was a great day in the San Bernardino Mountains. Walking back down to Green Valley Lake Road. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this enjoyable.